Welcome to Rajini Kiranmai YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about anatomy of e-commerce application. Anatomy is a study of internal working of anything. So, anatomy of e-commerce application is the study of internal working of e-commerce application itself. So, in order to know the internal working of e-commerce applications, we should know what are the basic elements that a e-commerce application is going to have. So, the basic elements of e-commerce applications are categorized into four. 1. Multimedia content. 2. Multimedia storage servers. 3. Information delivery or transport. 4. Consumer access devices. So these are the four basic elements of e-commerce application. Now let us see how these elements are interconnected with each other. So here is a picture where to the right side you are going to see different servers named video servers, game servers, corporate servers, libraries, electronic publishings and government servers. As we said, the first element, that is multimedia content, is stored in these servers, where these servers are nothing but the second elements, that is multimedia storage servers. So these servers are connected to information delivery infrastructure, which is our third element. So this infrastructure will enables the user to communicate for the data or multimedia content which is stored in the servers. This information delivery infrastructure is further connected to network service provider, where this network service provider is the one which is going to provide network services, and this provider is connected to consumer devices. Consumer devices are the devices that are used by the consumer in order to access the multimedia. Those devices can be computers, personal digital assistants, telephones, television, printers, and these devices holds the applications which enables the customers in order to access the multimedia content from the multimedia storage servers. And these devices are connected to network service provider, where this in turn connected to information delivery infrastructure, through which the server is going to give the responses or give the multimedia content to the consumer. Now let us go for each and every element of e-commerce application. The first element I just wanted to explain, that is multimedia content. So the definition of multimedia is a communication media with multiple contents like videos, audios, text data, animations, images, graphics, etc. And this is a pictorial representation of possible components that a multimedia can hold, that is text, images, audios, videos, animation, hologram, numerical data and graphics. All together collectively can be termed with a single word called multimedia. Now let me say how this multimedia content is used in e-commerce application and what is its role. So first let me say the role of multimedia in e-commerce application. As we know pretty well that the multimedia is going to play a major role in e-commerce application, and hence I can say that a multimedia content is like a fuel or a traffic for e-commerce application. Coming to the goal of multimedia in e-commerce application is going to provide or increase the utility of all information through the processing and distributed of new forms such as images, audio and videos. And coming to accessing of multimedia in e-commerce application completely depends on the hardware capabilities of the devices that are used by the customers in order to access the multimedia content. When we can say that e-commerce application is successful means we can say when the application is going to use a variety and innovative multimedia content and packaging, then we can say that the e-commerce application is very successful. So I can say the success of e-commerce application depends on the variety and innovativeness of multimedia content and packaging. Now let us move to the examples of multimedia content for e-commerce applications. Say for example, when you talk about entertainment producers, what multimedia contents they are going to develop or insert in their applications are like cartoons, games, movies, videos, music. Coming to the application like broadcast television productions, then the multimedia content that is used in their application is game shows, documentaries, entertainment programs like serials and all. If say suppose if it is a print publishing application, then the multimedia contents that they are going to use there are books, reference collections, directories and catalogs. And the lastly, that is a computer software application, then the multimedia contents that are used in the applications or software programs like animations, games, productivity enhancing tools and all. Now let us move to the second element of e-commerce application, that is multimedia storage servers. As we know that the storage servers are going to store the multimedia content, where those multimedia contents will be large amounts of digital contents, and hence we can call these multimedia storage servers as large information warehouse. Why? Because they are capable of handling various contents like ranging from books, newspapers, advertisement catalogs, movies, games and x-ray images, etc. So just not only storing those contents, what else the server is going to do is it is going to serve the information upon the request, and it handles the large scale distribution of multimedia content, and even it provides the guarantee security for the data that is distributed, and even it provides a complete reliability. And that is the reason why these servers driving the name as a servers, because they serve information upon request. As I said, it handles a large scale distribution, and along with the distribution it provides a security and even reliability. And here we talk about different types of storage servers. At the first, I just wanted to say about client server architecture in electronic commerce. In this architecture, when you look to the picture, there is a client and there are the second component as a server, and these client and servers are interconnected with each other through internet. So I can say that the client are nothing but the remote processors, are often situated at workstations or sometimes as a personal computers. And these clients, what they are going to do, they are going to send a request, or they send a query, or we can say it as a request to this server, where server is termed as a host computer, or you can also say it as a centralized server. And mostly we are going to use a more powerful machines work as a centralized servers. So the clients will send their request through this internet to the servers, and these servers are going to give the response to the clients based on their request. So at client end, every client computer provides an interface to allow a computer user to request services of the server and to display the results of the server returns. That means in every client computer or client device, an interface is there which enables the users or clients to send any request to the server. not only just enables them to send the request, but also whatever the response this server is going to be returned to the clients, even that response is also displayed to the servers with the help of these interfaces. Even the server provides a standardized, transparent interface to the clients so that clients need not be aware of the specifics of the system, that is, hardware and software that is providing the service. So, this is a client server architecture in electronic commerce. Now, let us move to the second server, that is internal process of multimedia server. Internal process in sense, the servers should capture, process, manage the request. After that, they have to deliver the content, that is multimedia content. It can be text, or it can be images, or it can be audio and video. And that is the reason why I can define this multimedia server is a hardware and software combination that converts the raw data into useful information and then dishes out this information where and when user needs it. And this multimedia server is going to provide a core set of functions. What are those functions? Means uh, display, create and manipulating the multimedia documents, and it should transmit and receive multimedia documents over computer networks, and it should enable to store and retrieve multimedia documents. Along with this core set of functions, in order to make this multimedia interactive, that is, in order to make it interactive session as a reality, the server must also do the following, that is, it should handle thousands of simultaneous users and should also manage the transactions of these servers and deliver the information streams to the consumers at affordable cost. And along with this, it also have some technical challenges like data differ radically. Why? Because nowadays the data is no longer dealing with only a table formatted or alphanumerical data. Complex data is also be used. That means the servers should enable themselves to handle that complex data even. So not only just storing, even it also should deliver these large pieces of this complex data. Now let us move to the third category of servers, that is video servers and e-commerce. So first of all, let me say the e-commerce applications related to this digital videos are telecommunicating and video conferencing, geographical information system that requires the storage and navigation over maps. Thirdly, corporate multimedia servers, post-production studios, shopping kiosks, videos on demand. These are all the different applications where in this application, video servers are going to play a major role. Now let us say, what is this video server? Video server is nothing but it is a link between two parties, that is content provider and transport provider. Content provider is nothing but the entertainment or media, and transport provider is nothing but the cable operator. So this video servers are especially designed to deliver information to thousands of consumers simultaneously via public telecommunications and cable networks. So now we move to the third element of e-commerce application, that is information delivery, transport and e-commerce application. So information can be delivered or transported using this telecom based contents, where it handles large distance and local telephone service providers using asymmetric digital subscriber line. It provides to squeeze a video signal through a telephone wire even. And coming to the problem, if you are going to use a telecom based equipment for delivering the information, that means it cannot handle a live transmission. And not only this, picture it produces is not as clear as that provided by a well-tuned cable hooked up. So these are the problems if you're going to use a telecom based. Not only just a telecom based, even you can use a cable based content in order to deliver the information, where this cable based depends on coaxial cable and fiber optics as a transport routes. Not only these two, you can also use a computer network based, that is internet, that is commercial online service providers, and dial up linkages of lower bandwidth when compared to telecom and cable highways. Not only these three, we can also use wireless, that is radio based, that is a cellular or satellite, or light based, that is infrared one. Now let us move to the final element of e-commerce application, that is consumer access devices. If say suppose the consumer is going to use a computer with audio and video mobile computing, in order to access this information, then the consumer should use the access devices as a personal computer or desktop computer, which enables to access audio and video and even mobile computing. If say suppose if he wants to access the informations like telephonic devices, then access devices can be video phones even. If the information consumers are consumer electronics, then the access devices that are used by them are a television, setup box, game systems, etc. And if the information consumers are personal digital assistants, then the access devices can be a pen based computing, voice driven computing. So, this element or the last element talks about a different access devices that can be used by the consumer for accessing the multimedia, where this multimedia is stored in multimedia storage servers. Hope you are clear with anatomy of e-commerce application. Thank you for watching and thank you for your patient listening. Hope you're clear.